Hello, it is me again, Tick, with another podcasty type episode. This one is weird. I scripted this at like 2 a.m. Oh my god, it's so messy, but we're gonna go through with it, because I worked on it, and time is money, baby. Alright, my dream, as any other YouTuber, yes, I'm a YouTuber, is to look back at their old YouTube videos while lounging in their $1 million mansion, chuckling and cringing at how young and stupid they used to be. That's the dream, to be hand in hand with capitalism. They give you a dream, this beautiful, beautiful dream, but that's it. That's it. Capitalism is a supposed ladder, but the bottom steps are like 30 miles apart. Success is so weird. It's so weird. I want to have the ability to be content with having a normal day job, a normal life, a normal family, but something in me urges myself to fulfill this weird fantasy destiny thing in which I become a hugely successful and widely loved figure, even though the likelihood of that happening is close to zero. As Markiplier says, everyone should live up to their full potential, which I agree with, but it's very stressful. Oh, to look back at these videos and cringe while sipping a gold-laced pink cocktail or whatever. I obviously don't know anything about drinks. Speaking of cringe, I am well aware that these videos are cringy. I could be doing this on purpose, though. I could be a persona. I could even be a robot. This could all be a simulation. Whoa! But no, that's dumb. Sorry to anyone who thinks like that, but that path is dangerous and isn't gonna get you anywhere. My last video in particular, I know, was very cringy, but the ending of Unus Annus has been really hard on me lately because it brought me a lot of joy. But no, I'm working on it. I know I should be over it by now, but whatever. I have made two videos before this one, and I'm already so tired of this work. So if this work makes me tired, I don't really know how I'm gonna make it with a real job. That is a pretty sad sentiment, but in all seriousness, I'm scared. Scared for the future. Scared not even for the job part, just building up to getting the job. And then what if I don't feel fulfilled? Cause I mean, there is going back to some, to some degree, but once you've done all the schooling, you kind of have to go along with it. Like, you pick the wrong major. I don't know how this works, really. I don't know very much about college. But no, to be able to know that I'm going to college, to be able to know that I can afford college, I'm very privileged to know that, and I'm very lucky to compared to a lot of people. It's sad that knowing that you're gonna get education beyond high school is privilege. Everyone should have that opportunity, obviously. Don't praise me for saying that. Bare minimum. But it can just feel hard to be thankful sometimes, because everyone has their own struggles. I think I'm talking in this low voice because I'm talking about serious stuff. I could try and raise it. I don't know though. In any case, I say that a lot. I've only done 2 videos and I recognize that I say that a lot. But I've been doing a lot of schoolwork that relates to the idea of self and changing the way you view others in our sphere of existence. Teachers and adults in general often praise, and kids too, but praise the idea of selflessness and condemn selfishness. They say that you should shift your thinking to put others first and try to think about others, how other people are feeling in everyday situations instead of yourself. It just frustrates me because we are brought up with this already hardwired brain to have yourself be number one in importance. Like, I only control one body, and that's this one, so why should I care about anyone else? I obviously do care about others, obviously, but that's not the point. You know, think of rich business guys in America. Like, obviously, none of them actually care about anyone else. They all take advantage of low-income workers and just awful, awful people. And I don't know, like, the philosophers, and it's not really like a possibility to care about others to such an extent where you're like virtuous. I don't know, it doesn't make sense to me. It just seems so hypocritical, and like putting yourself on a pedestal while telling other people that they're selfish. It grosses me out. But yeah, no, there's no exceptions to the greed that like billionaire business people have. Like, my mom sometimes says that Bill Gates is the exception, but no, because he vaccinated all of Africa, which is great, but you know, he still takes advantage of low-income workers and people less fortunate than him to gain and maintain his success. I don't know what I'm getting at here, and this is not new thinking. Obviously, if you're educated, you know that capitalism is bad, and this is not philosophical by any stretch of the imagination, but it has been on my mind lately. I don't know. You know what? I just made the connection. The episode of Black Mirror called 15 Million Merits. Yeah, that's what it is. Kind of relates to this. In no way do I have the mental capacity to fully dissect this episode or any Black Mirror episode. But no, I'm not going to apologize. This is my channel. I get to talk about what I want. I love dystopian stuff. I find it very captivating. And I mean, obviously I do, because it's on my mind a lot. So, 15 Million Merits. You don't have to know Black Mirror. I can explain it. Ooh, my voice is getting like growly. I'm gonna try to. The overall theme of this episode is hard for me to describe. But my takeaway from the main character's story is the idea of like speaking out against a widely implemented system that has done nothing but hurt you. But when given the opportunity to instead benefit from the system, you take that opportunity. You take it and turn your back on all the liberating ideals that you once had. This is directly expressed in the show by the main character yelling at the judges of a dystopian virtual reality talent competition of sorts with a piece of glass to his throat. He's yelling about how corrupt and awful the show and the state of the world in general is. But instead of taking the characters' claims seriously or even getting offended, the judges go on their usual shtick of offering the contestant a chance at fame. Glassy-eyed and bewildered, the main character is at a loss for words, but with much chanting from the crowd, he obliges and accepts the offer. When the character gives into the system, the viewer is distressed, disgruntled, and angry with him because of his strong will up to this point and the miraculous speech he recently gave condemning this whole system. But given the chance, if you were in this situation, wouldn't you do the same? Wouldn't you do the same? Yeah, you would. Shakespeare wrote tragedies about people who were heroes. So when they face misfortune, you pity them. While in comedy, you are given a fool to laugh at. While many Black Mirror episodes don't follow this format, I think this one does pretty nicely. While that is a great episode, nowhere near my favorite episode. My favorite Black Mirror episode is USS Callister. It's so good. I watched it like 3 times now. It's about this evil techie guy that creates a special mod in this VR game that he designed, and it looks like this. It's like this off-brand Star Trek-y thing. And then he steals his coworker's DNA and puts virtual versions of them in his modded game, which is and then tortures them, which is woohoo. It's another case of the main character actually being evil, which is a common theme in Black Mirror. And the VR thing kind of reminds me of shifting, like the spiritual thing, or it's not spiritual necessarily, but like going to a different reality. Well, it would remind me of that if I could actually do it Okay, to be fair, I've only tried like a few times, never done it successfully, but it's so hard. I've seen a bunch of like different methods on TikTok, like the Raven method, I think, where you count back from 100 or count to 100. Tried it. Yeah, I tried it. Didn't work. I know you're supposed to try a bunch of times, but I don't see myself being able to do it. So gave up on that. Okay, I'll probably try it more. But yeah, I'm starting to think this is all a big prank or something. Like, it can't be that easy. Dude, I would give so much to be able to create my own virtual reality. Like, I've tried doing it. There definitely wasn't a Dora from She-Ra in my script. But create my own reality and then go in there with ease? Sign me up, please. Going back to Black Mirror, the most recent season of Black Mirror kind of sucks. I don't think that's a controversial thing to say. It sucks. Sorry, Miley Cyrus. That episode sucked. That season sucked. But I'm hoping season 6, if it happens, can live up to the glory that was the past seasons. Like, honestly, I can think of bad episodes from past seasons, but overall they're really good. Yeah, I wholeheartedly recommend this show. Watch it. It's on Netflix. It's awesome. So, also the Bandersnatch, which is a attachment. I mean, it's like an episode, but they make it, yeah, you'll see. If you watch it, I don't know. You might not. You might have already watched it. They're really popular things. This is not in any way like an underground thing that I'm recommending to you. But make sure, if you're like me, watch a Phineas and Ferb or something like that after watching these shows, because geez, they're disheartening. In quarantine, it can be easy to get stuck on one emotion or feel numb to emotion in general. So take care of yourself. Yeah, keep your chin up. We can make it.